What's up? Welcome to 4 Down. Zac Elder, Daniel Carp, Danny Nolan here to preview the action leading up to the ChickfilA Bowl in Atlanta. They'll be playing the Texas A&M Aggies, and this team really has one person in particular that has been in the headlines all year long in college football. It's Johnny Manziel.
Absolutely, Danny, and there's a reason why they call him Johnny Football. And head coach David Cutcliffe actually called Johnny Manziel one of the most electrifying players that college football has seen in the last 25 years. And that's not bad praise from a guy who has both Peyton and Eli Manning on his quarterback resume. You look at a guy like Johnny Manziel, someone who can make plays both with his arm, with his feet. He's led Texas A&M to scoring almost 44 points a game on offense this year. He's really just a centerpiece to a really potent offensive attack that the Aggies have. And I mean, for a Duke defense, who'd have thought that in the last 2 weeks the Blue Devils could draw Jameis Winston, a Heisman Trophy winner, and then Johnny Manziel, last year's Heisman Trophy winner. Really tough test for the Blue Devils. They're going to have to get a lot of pressure on him early, because if there's one thing that Johnny Manziel has done, it's make mistakes this year. He's got 13 interceptions. And a lot of those highlight reel plays you see on SportsCenter, a lot of those come off of throws that go into double and triple coverage. So Duke has to capitalize there.
And Johnny Manziel is a very exciting player, and he's also the kind of quarterback that's given Duke trouble this year and in past years. You saw against Virginia Tech, Logan Thomas didn't have a big game, but was effective on the ground with his feet, getting out of the pocket. That's what Manziel does best. That could be a key in this game if Duke can't control Manziel.
And we talk about the defensive matchups individually. Just an awful day for Duke's defense against Florida State, specifically in the second half. Now, granted, they have a great offense, especially at running back and wide receiver. But when you talk about the matchup against Texas A&M, they obviously have some playmakers at running back and wide receiver as well. Who's going to step up for Duke's defense and really make those plays when you need them?
Well, it starts in the secondary, I think, Danny. And the two guys I'm going to have my eye on are senior cornerback Ross Cockrell and the redshirt sophomore transfer from Ohio State, Jeremy Cash, who was recently named second-team All-American. Jeremy's kind of been the X factor this year for Duke. He's been making plays in the passing game, in the running game, tackles behind the line of scrimmage. I think he could have a big impact on Manziel's success and really frustrate him if he can make some big plays. And then Ross Cockrell's going to have probably his toughest matchup all season, going against Mike Evans. He's a tall, physical receiver. He's got 12 touchdown catches, over 1,300 reception yards. This guy makes big plays. He averages over 20 yards a catch. He's a home run hitter. If Ross Cockrell can have a successful day against Evans and kind of take him out of the equation, that's going to make Manziel's day a lot tougher.
Yeah, and you talk about Cockrell as a guy, especially a fifth-year senior who's going to be playing his last collegiate game in a Duke uniform. A lot of emotion. He's one of the leaders on this team. He's been a 2-year captain. Not to mention he's also trying to set out to do something the Blue Devils haven't accomplished in 52 years, and that's to win a bowl game.
Yeah, and in order to do that, they're going to have to score off these opportunities that they have, specifically off special teams. Look at this Florida State game. You have a great punt return by Jamison Crowder. Get all the way into Florida State territory, no points. How important is it going to be, and is the offense going to be able to do that against Texas A&M defense, who has improved a lot over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I would say one of the biggest keys to Duke's 8-game winning streak leading into the ACC championship game was to capitalize off of turnovers and big plays on special teams. And that's something that the Blue Devils had a potential to do in the ACC championship game against Florida State. They forced the number one team in the country to turn the ball over 3 times, which is something that not many other teams in the country can say they did. At the same time, they turned those 3 turnovers into 0 points. And that's really what tells the story. You know, they were able to create opportunities for themselves, but really just could not capitalize. Even the 40-yard punt return by Jamison Crowder put them in great field position and potentially could have swung the momentum back in their favor, but a few plays later, Anthony Boone throws an interception. If Duke is going to compete with the top teams in the country and some of the most dynamic football players in the country, they need to take advantage when the other team is trying to give them gifts.
And so it's the last guaranteed matchup between the ACC and the SEC in the ChickfilA Bowl in Atlanta. 11-10 in the favor of the ACC. Duke's going for the win. They're trying to take home the trophy. But are they going to be able to do it against Texas A&M? Who wins the game?
Yeah, I think if Duke is going to win this game, they're going to need to do what they've done anytime they've entered into a big matchup this year, and that's play like they've been there before, even if they haven't. And Duke's got a big stage to play on. New Year's Eve game against Texas A&M, Heisman Trophy winner. They've got the stage, and I think they're going to come out confident like they have all year. At the same time, Texas A&M's experience playing in the SEC and playing on these types of big stages a lot, I think that's going to show through in the end. It'll be a shootout, but I got the Aggies 44-38.
People rave about how great and talented these SEC defenses are. Well, you know what? Texas A&M hasn't seen this Duke defense yet. I think the Blue Devils are going to have a big day on the defensive side of the ball. I like Cockrell, Cash, and linebacker Kelby Brown to give Manziel some trouble. And I like the Blue Devils 35-27 in this one.
And we'll have more coverage leading up to that game, by the way, when we are in Atlanta. Media Day should be a wonderful time. Dan, Zach, and I will all be there to cover the game. So, for Zac Elder and Daniel Carp, I'm Danny Nolan. We'll see you guys in Atlanta.